take a video and then I'll send you back on.
Hi, Sondong.
Yes.
Did you see a very small video window in the right up corner?
Excuse me. What?
Do you see a small window of video in the up right corner?
At the WebEx?
Yes. You need to make to make that small screen full size. Because in that screen you will see the video.
I'm here with my friend Brian, and we're going to talk about the social aspects.
I'm into studying, even on the.
I don't know. I don't know where they put that.
The participant small screen.
I don't think they need the blue things today. Okay. What's on though? What's that?
The screen name participant.
No, did you see a very small window, and that shows right now shows a little baby.
Of course, that's the first. Yeah, I can see the screen.
So you have to make that screen full size.
Rather than seeing the PPT slide, right?
Yes, because PPT we are sharing the desktop, so there is some choppies. But
okay, could you run the video again?
Okay.
Weekends, I believe that these efforts are to create a good future for themselves and their family.
So if you use that small screen, the video will be smooth.
Okay, let's try one more time for any video.
Food, but Korean people also like to dress up like their significant other and wear couple T-shirts, or at least have couple keychains.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Okay.
Yes, good.
王老师，北大王老师在吗？
刘王我在。
哎，王老师，今年就是说呢，就是我们今年得用就是传那个 video， 等会儿得放那个 video。
哎，看到了。
然后就是说呢，就是我们通过 WebEx 来传，就 WebEx 它有一个小窗口，你看到吗？就是我们就是 video 从那个上面传，它就不会有那个延迟了。
嗯。看见这个右上角这小窗口，我已经给投到屏幕上了。
对，就是那样就行了。
但是现在你共享的屏幕也是，刚才共享一下也是 video。
对，您看看这个。
这两个都可以看到，一个通过那个共享那个页面可以看到，一个通过那个旁边那个视频也可以看到。
对，就是通过视频看到的话，就是它可能就不会卡了嘛。
那一会儿是不是还有共享的幻灯片呢？还是只共享这个视频呢？
就是可能有短暂的共享幻灯片，但是绝大多数时间就是这个视频了。
那就这样，一会儿如果共享视频的话，我把视频这个窗口最大化。
对，因为它要放6个视频，然后中间可能有很短的时间幻灯片。
好的，我知道了。
OK， 谢谢王老师。
我试试看。 对，嗯。
Hey, Yang.
Hi, Songdong.
Yeah, could you turn just one video from till the end? I just tried to see that it's very smooth or not.
I didn't hear you. Can you say louder?
Could you turn on the video for a moment so that I can check?
It's going very large donation to our school. He has donated enough money to build this building right here.
Is that okay?
Could you just leave it for a minute?
Okay.
I think some of the most popular subjects are probably English, science, and math. I can see English being really important because a lot of students probably want to go to America to study abroad. Also, science and math are usually seen as like the stereotypical classes that Chinese students are good at. But I think it's because...
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so in that case, I think we are all set.
Hi, Ang. How are you doing? Oh, really?
I think we are ready to go.
Jim should start it, right? Jim, are you able to hear me?
Good morning. Yes, we can hear you very clearly.
I cannot hear you clear. Maybe your microphone has to be turned up.
Okay, how about now? No? How about with this microphone? Is that more clear?
It's still not clear. Your microphone is not clear.
Okay.
Okay, can we sit down and get started? Can PKU student hear from us? If you can hear from us, raise your hands. You're not there.
Okay, that means no.
王老师，王老师能把北大的那个学生那个麦克风打开吗？就开始了课程。
哦，行，我告他们打开啊。
PKU students, can you hear us? They can hear us. Yes. PKU students, can you hear us from USC?
Hello?
Oh, yes, we can hear you.
Jim, can you try your mic again? Jim, can you try your microphone again?
Sure, I'm using my microphone now. Can you hear me?
Your voice is not clear.
I can speak more loudly.
We still cannot. I don't think your mic works, Jim. I don't think your the mic you're holding. Are you sure that worked?
We are also having some trouble to hear you, but we hear PKU very clearly.
This is not a. Jim? Jim?
Yes?
Again, I don't think your mic works. Can you turn the volume high? Your volume sounds very weak and also remote. Can you hear me clear?
I'm also having some trouble to hear you, but I hear PKU very clearly.
Or maybe our speaker is not loud enough? How about PKU?
PKU students, can you hear us? PKU students, can you hear us?
Yeah. We can hear both of you.
Professor Morrison, can you change another microphone?
I have already done so.
Yep.
This is the fourth microphone. This is the maximum volume we have.
Professor Morrison, can you try again?
The meeting they canceled.
PKU, can I ask you to be quiet, please? PKU, could you please stop speaking? PKU, your volume is very loud, and we can all hear you. We don't know what you're saying, but we can hear you clearly.
王老师，
Thank you.
王老师，
How about now?
现在好像噪音，现在这个是不是你那边传过来的？
有可能，我跟他们说过，让他们把那个保持安静，我再跟他们说一下。
现在好了。Okay, I think we are good now.
Can you hear me now?
It's
Try again.
Please be as quiet as you can because your volume is very loud. PKU.
王老师，现在北大这边有噪噪音传过来。
Could you ask them in Chinese to
Yes, yes. This is what I'm doing. Is it good now, Professor Morrison?
Great, thank you. The PKU volume and the quality is very good. So if you speak in PKU, it overpowers the rest of us. So you're going to have to be extra special quiet. Thank you.
Okay, so Professor Morrison, do you want to begin the lecture?
Yes, I would like to begin. So, can I start?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, so welcome to the first cross-cultural exercise. Here's what we're going to do. So the organization is as follows. We will first have 1 hour of videos, and then there will be 20 minutes where you will discuss questions that we give you, and then 20 minutes where you answer the questions for the class. So the teams that you're going to use for today are the same teams that you've used for this to create your videos. So the teams don't change. You're going to be PKU Team A, PKU Team B, USC A and B, and KAIST A and B. Okay, so please keep in your same teams. So again, 1 hour of videos. Then you will spend 20 minutes discussing the videos and answering 2 questions that we will give you. And then you will give us your answers to those questions for the next 20 minutes. So what this means is that during the first hour, you're going to watch videos, but you must pay attention, and I suggest you take notes. Take notes and pay close attention to the videos because you'll use them for the discussion in the second hour. Are there any questions before we begin the videos? Okay, I think that means there's no questions. So, Ang, if you would start the show, that would be fantastic.
Okay, so I will begin with the...
Please try to remain quiet, especially at PKU, because your volume is very clear. Please try to remain quiet, but I encourage you to take notes. Please take notes. Please enjoy.
Okay, so in that case, I will begin the video made by KAIST Team A. There is supposed to be sound.
Place.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen from the world, welcome to KAIST. We is the place, information, campus, students, faculty in our university. Place. KAIST is located in Daejeon City, South Korea. We neighbor with China and Japan. Global information. In science and technology, KAIST is the #1 university in Korea and ranks 25th in the world. 25% R&D of Samsung Electronics are KAIST PhD. KAIST graduates are playing major role in various fields.
Campus. KAIST is famous for its beautiful campus. Main gate, duck pond, beautiful scenery of cherry blossom, gymnasium, KAIST Institute, cafeteria, autumn landscape, Eastgate, Satellite Research Center. Students. This is our group. We have 8 students. Suhan Jung, Haewon Shin, Sugyong An, Hoyong Kang, Linu, Dongjin Kim, Minyoung Lee, Tae-in Park. The ratio of KAIST population. More than half of KAIST students are graduated from Science High School. 20% regular high school, 10% language high school, and 5% of foreign students. Like other engineering college, majority of students are male.
Faculty. Many KAIST faculties have researched various subjects: wireless recharging vehicle technology, online electronic vehicle, the world's smallest terabyte flash memory, mobile harbor system, and of course, our Professor James Morrison gave us great opportunity to be in iPodia.
This is a brief summary of KAIST, so let's get into our real life.
Ladies and gentlemen from the world, welcome to KAIST, where you see place, information, campus, students, faculty in our university. Place. KAIST is located in Daejeon City.
Okay, so Professor Morrison, which video do you want me to play next?
Let's do KAIST.
KAIST? KAIST B?
KAIST. Yeah, KAIST B.
Greetings. We are KAIST Cross-Cultural Exercise Team B, assigned to make a brief video about what we think about the campus cultures of PKU and USC. Before playing our video, it would be better for us to mention about both the Oriental and Western culture, which is the fundamental of their behaviors on campus life. According to the dictionary, culture is defined as the consecutive product of which old history and philosophy have been accumulated, and this culture's influences on our daily life. For example, food, sport, or way of greetings. Above all, we focused on how people of each culture consider relationship among themselves. For China, there's a saying in Asian countries based on the Confucian teaching. Rise in the world and gain fame. The Chinese philosopher Confucius, who gave the most significant influence on Oriental culture, argued that people should respect their parents and contribute their talents to the society. This led the Chinese people to put their importance on filial duties and devotion to their country. So they gave their priority on studying hard and make more effort to achieve a good position in their society. On the other hand, the United States was founded by Puritans who escaped from Britain to pursue freedom. Therefore, the most important feature on American culture is freedom. America is a country which is often called the melting pot of races. It is one of the countries with most racial diversity. This made it necessary to understand lifestyle of others and acknowledge it. Therefore, this background reflects their casual ways of studying. The following video is made based on our own imagination about PKU and USC campus life. You can feel a little bit awkward or funny on this video, but please enjoy.
Professor Morrison, do you want me to show the questions from KAIST, or do you want me to go ahead to show USC videos?
USC videos, please.
Okay.
USC videos.
Okay, so the next video is made by the USC Team A.
Hey guys, I'm Catherine. I'm currently a student here at USC. Welcome to my home here at Burncrant, one of the on-campus dorms. I'm actually about to head to class, so if you guys want to follow me, I can give you a quick tour of USC. And you guys might find out some interesting facts along the way. Let's go.
Welcome to sunny Southern California. Right now it is warm 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 31 degrees Celsius, and people are loving the warm weather, which is pretty common here. At USC, here's some quick facts. 1 in 9 students are the first in a family to attend college. 17% of our students are international, hailing from about 79 different countries. And 1/5 of our student body is involved in Greek life, with the fraternities and sororities right outside of campus. At USC, we have a lot going on all the time. And if you look around, you can see the LA Festival of Books, which is an annual tradition held at USC to encourage the next generation to read. Right behind me, you can see our official mascot, Traveler the horse. But while Traveler is our official mascot, we identify most with our unofficial mascot and symbol of our school, Tommy Trojan. This is Tommy here. Tommy, while he's not our official mascot, embodies the spirit of the school, everything that goes on, and especially the 5 traits of a Trojan: faithful, skillful, scholarly, courageous, and ambitious. Now come on, I'll give you a tour of a beautiful school.
It's going down, I'm yelling timber, you better move, you better dance, let's make a night, you won't remember, I'll be the one, you won't forget.
Hi, right now I'm standing in the School of Cinematic Arts. USC is very well known for its cinematic arts program because we're home to famous directors such as George Lucas. An interesting fact, Steven Spielberg attempted to get into USC twice, but he got rejected both times. But he has made very large donations to our school. He has donated enough money to build this building right here. And this building was erected by George Lucas. We actually wanted to name our cinematic school of arts after George Lucas, but he didn't want that, so right now we do not have a name for it, and we just call it School of Cinematic Arts. At this school, we offer cool classes such as Film Symposium and TV Symposium, in which we screen TV shows and movies before they're released to the public, and during that class, famous people from those pieces of art come in and discuss the movie and how it was and everything for about 4 hours. Thanks to the School of Cinematic Arts and its prestige, we are Computer Science Games program is also #1 in the nation because the School of Cinematic Arts, the Turby School of Engineering, and the Florida School of Music get together to create a class called Final Games Project, in which students create a industry-level game in a year, and they demo it to different gaming companies. So that's why our School of Cinematic Arts School school is so great, and also it's in very close proximity to Hollywood, so that helps a lot. Thank you.
Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous. My tummy's turning and I'm feeling kinda homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous. And from the taxi man, turn on the radio. And the Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on. So I put my hands up to play on that song. The butterflies fly away.
A lot of students at USC, including myself, participate in intramural sports. It's below D1 club sports, but we're able to get our hands dirty and really try a different sport or continue a sport that we did in high school. I've personally done basketball. I did over here. We've done flag football. We've done indoor soccer, outdoor soccer, and pretty much anything you would really want to try. Here we love our sports. We're outside Heritage Hall, which is home to all the trophies and all the awards that our athletes have won. At USC, there's a huge emphasis on sports, especially football. Everyone's wearing their USC pride, and everyone's going out to tailgates and football games when it's in season. Before the game, everyone comes onto campus to tailgate. Whether you're in a sorority, a fraternity, a student organization, or just with a group of friends, we come out to eat, drink, and show our support for the team. Afterwards, we all walk to the Coliseum, where we kick the flagpole, men's and women's sports stars, have over 115 national team titles. Our football team has 11 national championships, and we sent 480 Trojan football players to the National Football League draft. We're proud of our sports. We have 6 Heisman Trophy winners, 37 Hall of Famers, and 157 All-Americans. A USC athlete has won a gold medal in every Summer Olympics since 1912. Over 400 Trojan athletes have even participated in the Olympics. Over the years, these athletes have accumulated 135 gold medals, 87 silver medals, and 65 bronze medals. It's something to be proud of. We pride ourselves on our school spirit. One example is our marching band, which comes at every football game and every major USC event. From my campus to yours, fight on.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Hey guys, now that you've seen USC, we want to hear what your thoughts are. First off, how has your impression of USC changed after seeing our video? Second, are there aspects of USC's culture that you would like to integrate to your campus? If so, we would like to hear your thoughts. Thanks again for joining us on our tour of USC, and we look forward to hearing you.
Okay, so next we will play the video made by USC Team B.
Hi, I'm here with my friend Brian, and we're going to talk about the social aspects of PKU, what students do outside of class.
How do you think friendships are made at PKU?
Well, friendship is based on a shared experience, and I've heard that classes are really hard, so I think students bond by studying just way too much. What do you think kids eat over there?
Well, I'm not sure what they eat, but I would expect them to eat it with chopsticks. I think that every food they have is with chopsticks. Whenever I eat Chinese food, I always try to use the chopsticks, and when I fail, I end up using a fork.
What about pizza?
Pizza would be tougher to use with chopsticks, so maybe they just eat it with their hands, because that's what I do as well. What do you think a typical date is like for a student at PKU?
Well, I feel like it's more formal. It's not as casual as it is in America. I feel like you have to really get to know someone first and really feel it out before you go in for that first date. So Brian, what do you think nightlife is like for students at PKU?
I expect them that they like to sing karaoke at night. I think karaoke is a great way to hang out with your friends in a relaxed environment.
What kind of songs do you think they sing?
Probably the major pop songs. So a question I wanted to ask you is, do you find it difficult to stand out in a country with such a large population? And do you find yourself being competitive with your classmates because of it?
Where do you think Chinese students study?
I think that Chinese students study mainly at the library, even on the weekends. I've heard that there are really long lines and that some people even stay at the library overnight so that they can focus more and keep on studying in the morning.
Why is studying such an important factor?
I think students study a lot because it's important to get good grades, and I think these values are instilled in them probably as young children from like their parents to perform well in school. That way they can build a better future for themselves and for their family.
How is the interaction between students and professors?
I'm guessing that generally the interaction between students and professors is pretty formal and polite. For my physics class here, my professor treats the students out to dinner if they answer a question correctly in class. I'm not sure about how the culture is in China, but maybe there aren't these types of personal level interactions between students and the faculty.
What are the most popular subjects?
I think some of the most popular subjects are probably English, science, and math. I can see English being really important because a lot of students probably want to go to America to study abroad. Also, science and math are usually seen as like the stereotypical classes that Chinese students are good at. But I think it's because that these classes are very central to many technical majors that students want to pursue in college.
What do you think are students' short-term and long-term goals?
For short-term goals, I think many students focus on getting good grades and doing well in school. And I think this is to transition into their long-term goals, which are usually probably to find good jobs and ways to support their family to live comfortably. I see Chinese students as having very diverse ways to have fun, like going to karaoke or to the movies. However, they also put a significant amount of time into studying, even on the weekends. I believe that these efforts are to create a good future for themselves and their family.
So we've seen a bunch of K-pop videos, and some of the bands we remember: EXO, Big Bang, the GD and Top, and Sonia Shide, and Ihyori, and SHINee.
And my favorite was Super Junior.
No way! I can't believe we both know K-pop. We must be products of the Hallyu wave. I wonder what makes K-pop so universal.
Is it because they're all so cute? Or because they're also good dancers?
I have to admit their dances are pretty catchy, especially Gangnam Style.
Let's talk about social life in Korea. Olivia, what do you know about campus dating?
Well, in Korea, all the restaurants serve things for at least 2 people, so it's really convenient to have a significant other to share their food. But Korean people also like to dress up like their significant other and wear couple t-shirts, or at least have couple keychains.
That definitely goes along with the whole cute culture in Korea.
Yeah, they're very romantic in a cute way. In college, group blind dating is also really popular. They call it sogeting.
Oh, so do they go out for food together?
Yeah, everyone in Korea likes to go out for food.
So cafes and restaurants must be really popular.
Yeah, eating out can be less expensive than eating at home, so many young Korean people go out after school to restaurants.
It must get really noisy in the most popular cafes and restaurants.
Yeah, Korean people are so social. They even have computer rooms to play computer games together. They call them PC bangs.
Wow, that sounds awesome. I can't wait to visit friends in Korea.
Yeah, let's go.
Hi guys, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Archana.
And now we're going to be talking about the American perspective on academics at the Korean Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. So we actually took a look at the roster of students in iPodia from KAIST, And it looks like a lot of you guys are actually involved in, science and technology, which is pretty much what the name implies. So Archana and I are both biomedical engineering students, so we kind of assumed that you guys take similar course load to us. It's pretty heavy. We assume you guys are really academically focused like we are.
And we noticed that a lot of the engineering majors are very similar to the ones that students study here, like electrical engineering, biomedical engineering, biomolecular, and industrial and systems engineering is a popular one at USC as well. So, like Jordan said, we probably take a lot of the same science-heavy, engineering-heavy courses that you take. Since science is kind of, universal, we're sure that, our classes are similar as well.
And one other thing that we wanted to talk about as well was your future goals and aspirations that might come after studying at the university. And again, we thought that was kind of similar because we're studying similar things. So for instance, I'm really interested in doing either a technical aspect of engineering or actually going into consulting. I'm not sure exactly how that transfers over to Korean culture, but I assume it's somewhat the same because the jobs are typically the same or at least related, like the engineering majors. I don't know.
Right, and in engineering, a lot of people go into industry and industrial and systems engineering. Since it's so popular in Korea, we are assuming that you have a similar job opportunities that we have here because you're studying the same subjects that we are.
All right, cool. So those were some instances of the American perspective on Korea and how they're somewhat similar and a little bit different. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. But anyways, bye from USC, and we'll see you guys later.
Hey guys, before we head out, we just wanted to ask you a couple questions about Korean culture and academics. So my question was, what kind of things are you guys involved in on campus, whether it's academic clubs or social clubs, things like that? Yeah.
And my question was, what are your interactions like with your professors? Either are they inside of class or are they sometimes out of class? What are your guys' relationships with your professors if you guys talk out of class? So that's all from us, and we'll see you guys later. Waiting on pins and needles for your response.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Okay, so next we are going to move on to PKU, and it begins with the PKU Team A, and Team A they also made a PowerPoint slide for their presentation. Okay, PKU, are you ready? PKU Team A.
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, so go ahead. Wait a second. Let me. Okay, go ahead to start.
We can switch to another slide.
Okay.
You can click. You can just go ahead.
Okay.
Next slide.
Okay. So let's play the video.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a laser that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger and endless aching need. I is a love. It is a flower, and you, it's only seed. It's a heart afraid of breaking, that never learns to dance. It's a dream afraid of waking, that never takes that chance. It's the one who won't be taken, who cannot seem to keep, and a soul afraid of dying, that never learns to live. When the night has been
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but I've got a lot of things. Oh, well, still enough, still. Oh, well, thank you. But why can't we just have more room?
It is in our dorm. When?
Oh, the power is gone. What time is it?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. I have to rush the bathroom. We're 8 in the dorm.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a laser that leaves your soul to feed. Some say love, it is a hunger and endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, it's only seed. It's a heart of rain.
Okay, so finally, it's our last video made by PKU Team B. Let me see where I found it.
感觉那种震撼。抓拍，感悟。
Students in USC are creative, confident, and outgoing. Compared to students in China and South Korea, students in USC are more open and active. However, someone may say that they are a little aggressive or have a sense of priority. Different from students in PKU, most students in USC are able to drive cars. Benefit from the cultural diversity in California, you can see people from different areas and colors in USC, including a lot of Asians. Therefore, there exist diverse religions, but we can also see many Christians there. One thing we heard about the campus of USC is that it's in downtown, so it may not be very safe. Different from PKU, a lot of students in USC live outside campus and cook for themselves to save money. They also have spring break, which we envy a lot. Students are polite, gentle, and introverted. According to their performance during the class, they are even shyer than Chinese students. Students in KAIST are hardworking. They have a strong conscience of family and tradition. Seniority is very important to them. Of the campus of KAIST is a bit spread, as it's a technical and a science university. There are more boys than girls, and the students in KAIST also hold beer parties, especially at the beginning of the semesters.
Many students in KAIST live outside the campus. Fried chicken and beer is very popular as snack in the parties.
Is a story of a boy meets another boy. The boy Kim lives in Daejeon, South Korea.
Okay, I think that's the end of the movie.
No, it's not the end yet. We still have another.
Yeah, we have a video.
Okay.
After pre-Z, we have a video.
Around like
Okay.
when it's 4 minutes.
Wait a second.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay.
It's 7 a.m. Seoul time. Near in USC, the side of other is a story of a boy meets another boy. The boy Kim lives in Daejeon, South Korea. His father is engineer in Samsung while his mother is diligent housewife. He is now a sophomore in KAIST. On the other side of Earth, another boy, Sam, moving from South Korea to US, has lived in California since he's 7. He's now a junior in USC. They never known each other until they attend a course in the spring of 2014. Well, this is the story of a boy meets another boy, but you should know up front, it's not a love story. It's 7 a.m. Seoul time. Kim is ready to go to school. He lives outside campus, therefore he drives a motorcycle to school every day. At the same time, his friend Julia is walking to school. She's wearing a baseball jacket and a pair of New Balance running shoes. It's very popular around the campus. After 2 classes, Kim is very tired. He came to the canteen to have lunch. Today he chose to have Korean traditional food, kimchi and bibimbap. It's already midnight. Kim is still in library to finish today's work. While a day ends for Kim, the sun rises in California. It's already 10 o'clock and Sam finally overcame the hangover last night. He's rushing to the group discussion. Sports is a very important part in Sam's life. He exercises in the gym every day. During the noon, he usually buys a sandwich and pick a good spot in the campus square to enjoy the sunshine in California.
After school, Sam went to bar to attend a party and meet some friends.
Professor Morrison, do you want me to show the questions?
I feel sorry.
Yes, please. So what we want to do, each of the 6 teams, what we want you to do is pick one question from a different team. Okay, so pick one question that the teams gave you. And then we also have 4, where are the 4 general questions? And then there's also 4 general questions. I want you to pick one of those. So each team should pick 2 questions, one question from another team, and then one of the 4 general questions that Ang will show you at the end.
Okay, so I'm going to show the questions from each school. Maybe 30 seconds? 20 seconds?
우리 이거 프린트해서 팀당 2개씩 나눠서
Do they have printouts at USC and PKU, or should they select from the slides?
Okay.
Okay, maybe
I can.
Slides.
We can show them on the slides, and then I can put them on Piazza for everybody to have the link, so that they can get to them there. But they don't have printouts.
Okay, that would be great. That would be great. Thank you.
I'll put them up as soon as we're done showing the slides.
So what I want you to do for the next 20 minutes is to study the questions briefly, pick one question from another university, and one question from the overall questions on the last slide. The slides are currently being put up on Piazza if you don't have easy access to them, so they will be there in a moment. So please select 2 questions and spend the next 20 minutes creating deep, thoughtful answers to those questions. After the 20 minutes, you will each team will have 3 minutes to give us their answers. Are there any questions? All right, go. So we'll wrap it up at 12:25. We'll wrap it up. We'll finish this part at 12:25.
还没。因为看词的问题比较简单。
我也觉得看上问题啊，还是关于 stereotype。
对。像尤其看那个看词的第一个问题是，它和你现在是很不一样的地方。然后第二个是说你觉得什么原因导致它死？这个东西。
Yeah, I'll ask for clarification.
Okay. The slides are now on Piazza. I just posted them, so there should be a post under the cross-cultural activity folder, or it's just the newest post on Piazza. But also, Dr. Morrison, I think we have a little bit of confusion about which questions the students are, or how many questions students are supposed to choose. Could you just clarify again? I'm sorry. Which questions are they supposed to answer, or how many?
Okay, so your question is, how should students pick a question? How many?
Yes.
Okay, so each team will pick 2 questions. They will pick 1 question from the questions provided by another university, okay, or by another group. So there's 6 groups. So the student should select 1 question from among the other 5 groups' questions. Okay, so there's 12 questions that were provided from the teams, the groups. You should select 1 question from among those that came from a different group. Is that clear?
Yes. That is clear.
And then you should pick one of the 4 questions on the last slide, which are the overall questions. They're also posted on the assignment sheet. So you pick 1 question from the group questions and 1 question from the overall questions that I gave you on the assignment sheet. Is that clear?
Perfect. Thank you so much for the clarification.
Very good. Thank you.
And sorry, what time are we coming back to start discussing? 20 minutes?
12:25.
Okay, thank you.
12:25.
So wait, just all 3 of us had team. Do you guys want to just turn on like this? The only thing was the handshake. Oh yeah, that was like so early. Yeah. Now it's just funny. Or just this. Yeah. They're asking why there was stereotypes on movies and TV shows. Alright, which one's from Kaisei?
Isn't it 1 from A, 1 from B, 1 from A, 1 from...
Yeah, 1 from A, 1 from B. Right, and then 1 optional.
Okay, so, yeah, no, not.
So either of those questions here
This doesn't make sense.
This is all very complicated. One from all the groups and 1 from no, total 2 questions.
Let's drop the Kai's questions. I don't really want to.
Yeah, what about team B?
I know, and you would just see, do you feel like the moral point is you don't get your question answers?
Yeah, that was, I thought you said so it's like you choose from 5 other groups that you want.
You choose from 1
from all 5.
I agree, because it makes sense.
And we choose a different question? Okay.
Yeah. We should tell them, like, yeah, you're pretty close.
Okay, well, I think it's BK freedom
Okay, I started with multiple mottos since it represents the spirit of
We can talk about stuff like how the kids is trying to shut down the world.
Okay, that is yeah. But how do
so we do want to do the regions?
Yeah.
This is not Can any of this information be used for product development? That could be a good argument. Or collaborative study spaces. I like their reserved seat also. I
I think incorporate that into some sort of product.
And no reserving of your seats with like all your computers and don't you hate that when people do it? They just leave their computers, they go out for coffee for like an hour and
Like when they were in the library and they like you go to the system and you
I saw a lot of individual cubicles study spaces in the videos. So when they're talking about the collaborative study spaces, they're talking about having so I work best in King's Hall in one of those big group rooms. So I think that could be useful to collaborative studies every day.
Oh yeah, because we have to do that.
It's literally like
Especially when they showed how like I do a lot of study in my room, so they need a space that's kind of much more open. Where is this going?
That was weird. What like blue light rise was like in China? We like the tours of I guess
And the power goes on. Yeah, they seem kind of down on themselves actually. Yeah, things cost double and the towers always off. You know when they did their video? I was like,
which one of the optional questions do you like?
That's cute.
Yeah, they had
I mean, like, at least everyone had. That's coming good.
They didn't have a love font.
I know. There was no reason to go there.
Yeah, so do we want to do collaborative study spaces?
Yeah, I'm not for collaborative study spaces.
Anyway, and then freedom of discipline.
This is perfect. So from Peking, it was very way too cluttered to be an open space. They showed them sitting outside at ice, and maybe showing. So our study space should be indoor and outdoor. What do you think about having indoor and outdoor study spaces? Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah, pretty much covers the range. It was a
little bit less nice, but it was kind of the same, and it was nice. Private study space is probably one of them. I can talk about that one, but I'm going to do.
I think it's a PK.
Which one? What are we talking about?
The freedom versus
oh yeah, that's PKU.
Yeah, let's
what's the formal school model?
The longest.
It's like
But we have like a lot of little mottos, like a lot of different things we stand that scholarly, trustworthy, whatever.
Yeah, it's not like.
Wait, what's our answer to this question?
Our motto is love whoever is like they said.
Yeah, sorry, but I think that's like we're like united by something.
The question's not about the word.
The motto, it's not about freedom versus we value our freedom.
It's kind of like we have the freedom to do whatever we want, but we're expected to be disciplined.
It's like we set our own standards, but like it's like
in China, they shut off the power at 11 p.m.
I just told them to start checking.
The way they started the decision.
Do you girls have any ideas for the question? Which question?
Which not is like.
You like that one too? I don't know. We're talking about it now. We're trying to answer it. One from all. It could be even their question.
How has your perception of USC changed after seeing your videos?
Whereas here it's more
we still want the end goal, like, we still want to, like, do
Should I send that file to the other TAs?
Oh, that's a good one.
I know, like,
They also like to say we don't play football with basketball.
I like that.
Which one? Sorry,
other sports are you talking about? I know there's a lot of intramurals. Yeah. I've done volleyball and basketball, softball. Should we watch it?
I played on high school.
No, I think that's good. That we enjoy a lot more.
I feel like the partying was underrated. I feel like they didn't show enough partying. They didn't show the right kind of If we get shown the video, it's good enough for what?
It's more diverse, so we can use something to like summarize the entire subject. Maybe if there is everyone who's doing the same thing, like don't have yeah, but like in the US, not everyone everyone
I agree. That's
a stereotype. I think it's
all right, perfect. I think we gotta discuss that.
The stereotype
The stereotype and the counter You want to talk more about counter study space?
But then we also want to be things yeah, and then we want to have more space other than
And an outdoor area, because we like being outdoors, and whenever it's good weather there, we can do that.
Yeah, they just seem to have something by the roof. The Capital Romantic study side. Yeah, it looks like a much bigger campus. Yeah, oh yeah, that's they did.
We're in a bubble.
What did you get? It's both.
In case I think of the love
So red flowers, so I wanted to mark girl in China because girl plus girl is acceptable in China. Red?
Yeah, there was so much emphasis. I hated the
What's their stance on
Paid for the day.
Yeah, they all like, got their professor in their videos. That's most of that.
We probably should
Oh yeah, really overstated.
Oh my god.
Smallest Chinese girl.
I was going to do that anyway.
My hangover. Like a conversation. It's painful. I just finally get to like the next time
So we had our first team meeting. At 6 in the morning. The other USC No, we haven't discussed one either. I just decided to use the
They would say that, and they're like,
and then they were like, oh, yeah, talk about it. And like, I could like very smooth, like, really, but I couldn't understand because it was so like scratchy.
But what were the words?
No, Let's be honest. Would you have put more?
You keep talking about
Hello, hi. Welcome back. Welcome back. Basically ready? Everybody ready? Not ready? Hi, welcome back. Welcome back. So we have about 30 minutes or so. actually, we could do 4 minutes each. So we'll give you each 3 to 4 minutes. Each team 3 to 4 minutes to answer your questions. 3 to 4 minutes, and we'll go around. What do you think, An? I was thinking of reverse order. So go in the reverse order, or we can go in the same order. I don't know. Yeah, but that's because you guys are last. So do you want to do the same order or the reverse order?
Hey guys, I think we're
An? What do you think, Sandam?
Professor Morrison.
I don't know. Hi, can you hear us?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to give each team 4 minutes, or 3 to 4 minutes, and what we'd like to decide is which order to go in. Our KAIST students really want to go in the reverse order, but that's because that makes them last. So we should probably go in the same order. What do you think, Ang?
I have no objection.
What is that?
I have no objection.
No objection. Okay, so we'll let the KAIST students go first. That's a kind of torture because you have to go first, but it's also secretly an advantage because you get to put your ideas out there first. Okay, so Team A then. So you have 3 to 4 minutes to answer your 2 questions. So tell us which questions you selected and then answer it. Team A. And I will time you. So please speak as loudly and clearly as you can.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yes, we chose the question from USCC Team B. What kind of things are you guys involved in on campus, whether academic clubs or social clubs? And actually, we have both of the academic clubs and social clubs, but majority of the students are involved in social clubs because KAIST is the kind of the dormitory life because most of the students are living in the dormitory, so the relationship between people are really important.
Very high? Yeah. Thank you. The classroom speakers are fine. That's fine.
Try this one also.
Okay.
Hold them
together. Okay. Yeah, so the relationship between people are really important in KAIST. So many of the students are involved in the social clubs like dance clubs or the photography or musical instruments. Yeah, something like that. And maybe because all of the students will really get stressed from the academical thing on their studies, so maybe they can relieve their stress when they get along with their social clubs. So yeah. But there are also a few people who are involved in the academic clubs. Financial? Yeah, so what we have the academic club is kind of marketing or the finance or the business strategy. Yeah, but maybe the junior or senior students just get involved in before they get into the society. So usually most of the students, especially the freshman and sophomore students, yeah, they just get involved to the social clubs. Yeah, and that's our answer about the first question.
Nothing. No, we can do it.
So, our optional question is, can any of this information be used to design collaborative study spaces? So we thought it would be important because it's our other project. So I will first say what we learned from the USC video, and then what we learned from the PKU video. So firstly, from the USC video, we can see that there are lots of departments. So maybe we should specialize the classroom according to the department. For example, the art department may need a camera, while the engineering school doesn't need it anymore. Well, we also see that the USC we also see that the USC is really sport-oriented, so maybe we could add some kind of sport entertainment to refresh your mind. For example, just a basketball that you can throw on the door or anything, so that it may be something useful just to think about something else than only the study. So,
thank you. Thank you. So please, KAIST Team B.
Well, congratulations to USC Team B because we also chose your question for the what are your interactions like with your professors, whether in or out of the class. Well, before I answer this question, I kind of had this, during the video there was comments that we are being really introverted, not, answering in our class. I would like to explain related to the questions. So our parents' generation kind of taught us that we should not make an eye contact to the older generations. So whenever we go to a class, whenever we look at older people, like older Koreans, we try not to make eye contact with them. So during our class, we try not to, see them in the eyes. And I think that's perhaps that might, be seen as being introverted. However, for professors like Professor James Morrison or other foreign professors, we try to be outrovert as many as possible. But until now, it seems like we have been shy, so we'll try our best to be not too shy in the future class. So our interactions with the professors are usually we ask questions and they answer us. Unlike the USC situation where professor may take you for dinner or something, most of the KAIST professors are too busy to have dinner or even a chat with us. So when we try to interact with the professors, they're usually busy. So we only end up with asking 1 or 2 questions only. However, for other professors, there are sometimes they try to organize a party for us. Like for Professor Morrison, he organized a Halloween party for us, so we kind of enjoy them. And by doing this, we kind of have the interaction among the professors. And for the second question, we chose the first question, what did you learn that was new and why is that of value? So in the videos, we kind of saw a lot of things related to the campus lives and then foods and everything like boys to boys and girls to girls. However, I think there were not enough information for us to know whether we have really learned about something from your campuses. But we got the notion that Chinese people, Peking University has their pride on being the descendants of their ancestors, of the great ancestors. And for USC students, you guys are proud of having the USC campus and the Heritage Hall and then sports and everything. So I think the value of those things are that in order to do collaborative study spaces, in order to do collaborative study, we might, integrate these kind of notions together so that we can, act in a very uniformized way or something. So I think that's the answer for the questions.
That's okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's go to USC Team A.
Who wants to be a spokesperson for?
Yeah.
We're B. Try again. Wait, you guys
What?
Every time. Ask if I can hear you real quick.
Hello, can you hear me? No answer. Hello, can you hear me? Okay.
We can hear you. So please state your question and then answer the question.
The first question we are choosing is PKU Team A. Second question, campus students on heritage of the residents. So at first I want everyone to take a look at their questions. The question is pretty long. The question kind of briefly addressed that the PKU campus only allow 5,000 tourist visits per day, and also they set a heavy security checks and the walls try to prevent additional tourists coming. So the question is asked whether this campus should restrict the tourism. It's actually, by kind of like answer these questions, I want to at first compare different cultural background between the USC and PKUs. So for the USC, they also has a campus security check at the gate, but only happening after the 9 p.m. The reason for that is because we have two serious gun shooting events happening. Scary? Okay. Happening before. So one of the events, probably all the Chinese students know it, happening that 2 USC students got shot 2 years ago around off the campus housing. So another one actually happening is like one of the shooting happening actually on campus during Halloween parties. So our campus, that we kind of like setting the security because we just really want the security and the safety reasons. So for the PKU, we're thinking that the campus restrict the tourism because PKU is famous. It's the #1 rankings university in the Chinas, and also all the parents devote their life and resources want to put their kind of students into PKUs. So that's why they bring their children, especially children, along with them to visit the PKU, try to experience the academic life inside the PKUs. So if this is the first reason, I suggest this campus should not restrict the tourism and should encourage the tourism to come into the campus, try to experience the academic life and the culture of PKU has. And also this kind of going can actually stimulate the students, the upcoming prospective students, to study really hard to reach their goals. So that's my first question. Thank you. The second question we are choosing is for the optional is the last question. Can any of this information be used to design collaborative study space and how? So based on our video watching from KAIST, actually KAIST has a seat reserving system, which we really do not have this kind of system before. So if this kind of system can really kind of integrate into our USC library campus, it's really fantastic. So, and also, but on the other hand, we also have an online kind of like a study room reservation system in which lots of people actually reserve randomly, I think so, to their rooms, but never show up. That means create lots of messes, that's which lots of empty room happening or at some busy hours. So if we can reserve with the instantaneous seating reserve system in front of the library, that will be much more efficiency, try to improve our group study rooms, efficient use of our group study rooms. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Okay, USC B.
I'll give it to you.
I'm doing the second one.
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah.
Wait, I need the question.
So I'm answering the first question. The question is from KAIST. Okay, we'll repeat the question.
We're answering the question, on which scene did you feel the stereotype of campus life was not quite accurate? Okay, so in KAIST, the video, you guys showed how we played American football, but actually, students here don't really play football. It's a sport that everyone watch and get excited about, but in real life, we actually don't play football. So most of the people go to the gym to work out, and also we have an intramural like sports, for example, basketball, volleyball. So people will set up groups and compete against each other, and also we have varsity sports, but that's for athletes. So football is just something that USC is really famous for, but no one really plays it in real life. And also another part that the InKai's video that I showed, we party after 11 p.m. USC students really know how to have fun, but we have different ways of having fun. So in the American culture, people are allowed to have different personalities. So it's just a personal choice of how to have fun. So partying is one of the options for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'd say the weekend, to de-stress. But at the same time, people do go out movies and go to the beach and do other things that it's just different for everybody. So the answer is, the stereotype is we all party together, but actually people do different things based on their own interest.
And then I will also be answering the optional question of, can any of this information be used to design collaborative study spaces, and how? And just to add on to what Team A said, I agree that the reserving a seat is a great tool to have, because there's often not enough seats for us and people stay there for too long. So we'd like to incorporate that as well. And based on PKU's video, their dorms were very tight and cluttered, and I can imagine that they would like a more open space to study, somewhere that they can think outside of the box and have more space. So for the study project, we want to incorporate an open space big enough for groups of more than 3 or 4 people, and as well as having the seat reservation. And then on top of that, to add to what we have at USC, is I in particular like to study outdoors, so we can add a outdoor area to this group study space. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. PKU-A.
Hello, here's PKU Team A, and we choose the question from Kai's Team B. And the question, on which thing did you feel was our stereotype in the campus life different from your real life? We have different stereotypes on different cultures, and what is the reason that these made? So from the video you show us, the first thing we noticed that is we do read back during the morning to the classroom, but we seldom play Tai Chi. And the reason, although it is a course you must take before you graduate. If you want to have your degree, you must take this course. But few students play them during their free time. And the reason why you think that we play them all the time is probably if you come here as a visitor, that's what we will show you. Like, we will show the foreigners, show the visitors Tai Chi, because it's traditional. And the second thing is, in your video you showed, I don't know which kind of food is that, but the dumpling, the real dumpling is what we show in our video. And usually the daily meal is 2 dishes with rice. That's what people usually eat. But we also eating outside. But we can't imagine that eating outside is less expensive than eating at home. The third thing is the study habit. Like now the computers and iPad and iPhone are also as popular as it is in the US. And like a lot of students use them to take notes instead of using the notebooks. And only in the first 2 years you can find So students taking note. And after the first 2 years, like become junior, senior, like, maybe we become more relaxed and not taking notes all the time. And now also we have the freedom to choose between the value you focus on the GPA or focus on the social work. Depends on which kind of future you want. Like if you want to pursue a PhD degree, it's better to have a higher GPA, even though you can have a research experience or something else. But if you want to find a job, it's okay if you working outside. And the fourth thing is the nightlife. Since we have after 11 o'clock, the dorm room is let off. So usually, sometimes like we have what we call the bed chat. Is we chatting on the bed, like with each other about our life. Boys chatting about girls, girls chatting about boys. And also another choice is because we have the labs working 24 hours a day. So science students may remain in their lab and studying or doing experiments. So that's my answer for the Kai's question.
And for the optional question, we choose the first one. And can any of this information be used to design collective study spaces, and how? And we noticed that all three university students all study very hard, and they all stay up till the night. So we suggest that maybe we can open a study room that can provide the students spaces to stay up all night. And that's especially what we want in PKU. And we also noticed that the international student rates are very high among the three universities. And in our campus, we have one cafe that for foreigners and Chinese students, they can study, they can learn language from each other, and that is very popular. And that we suggest that we can like open more spaces like that, and the international students can make friends with each other in those kind of spaces. And we Chinese students don't usually like to eat snacks during free time. We eat 3 meals, formal meals, and we seldom eat snacks. But we noticed that Korean students and American students like to eat all the time. They just eat. They just buy chocolates, buy coffee, and we just eat a lot during the formal meals, and we seldom miss snacks. But we can suggest that in the study room spaces, they can provide food from different cultures, and that would be helpful. And we also noticed that we have students study habits.
You are out of time. You've run out of time. Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you. Okay, PKUB.
Hello, we are PKU Team B, and we want to answer to the question of Kai's Team B. What kind of stereotype exists in their And first thing we really want to address is that we really don't play Kung Fu or Chinese Taiji that frequently in our daily life. It's really important in our traditional culture, and you can see a lot of elders play Taiji in the park, but it's not our daily life. And when we agree with each other, we don't use Chinese bow, we just say hi or not. And we don't wear red t-shirt, so red is really important in Chinese culture, and it's kind of a color of China. And the fourth is we do not start that part into midnight, or we do not sleep in library. We do not compete with each other that severe. Fifth is we do not have many personal interaction between teachers and students. And sixth is we do not use chopsticks that frequently. And one thing we want to address is that we have a lot of Western fast food in around the campus. So when we think about the stereotypes, we feel like one reason is that we China want to tend to advertise our about our traditional culture too much and let people ignore our daily life. And second thing is when people tend to
introduce Artist culture, we tend to focus on the difference. We extravagate those differences, and then we neglect the similarity between our culture. Our second question, we choose from the second question, how did what you see confirm or contradict your assumption, and why is that of value? So we see from the Team A's video of Kais, we find out that our understanding of their lifestyle is totally wrong. They get up at 11 o'clock and they sleep at 4, which is we can't imagine that. And second thing is, seeing the movie, we find that Korean students are not that shy. They are also very active and open. And we want to, and one thing we confirm that is fried chicken and beer is very popular. And they just started laying tonight, and they did wear New Balance shoes and baseball jacket. And refers to the movies in USC, we find out they do love football, they love sports, they enjoy their time in the gym, and they do hate UCLA, and they do party and drinking, and California do have a very good weather. And why is that of value? We think that first, it promotes our understanding and communication, and we also think this is a kind of process of collection of custom voice, and we should definitely base our understanding of other culture, not based this on the imagination or on our stereotype. And one thing really surprised us is when we made the movie of the Kais, we think that since we are from East Asia, that have a lot of similarity of our culture, but that's when we made us neglect the difference between our culture, and we make a lot of misunderstanding to their culture. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your participation and your videos. I found them very entertaining and informative, and I was particularly impressed by some of your response to some of the questions. It showed that you had thought a little bit about what you had seen. So thank you for that. Professor Liu, did you want to make any closing comments before we end?
No, I think this was a very. This was a very successful session. Why do we have this echo? Okay. This was a very successful session. I really enjoy all the videos, and I suggest we put a video on the iPodia website. I will also recommend all the students from session A to look at your video so we can have better understanding. Thank you very much, Jim. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You.
Bye-bye.
다 같이